Married the truth and divorced the story. What a great quote. Thanks very much for checking out the video. It's this video I want to just quickly share some learning outcomes really from a quick story, a powerful story that I've just had in my life. I had coaching yesterday. Last night I had a 30-minute call with my coach. If you're not aware, I have results focused elite coaching by Tony Robbins, which is a great investment. I highly recommend it to others. And something funny happened to me this week, which I wanted to share with my coach, which then turned into some really valuable life lessons. So I wanted to share that because the result of it was basically to divorce your story and marry the truth. You know, the quote is so true, and I'll just explain what sort of happened. So this week I had the opportunity to go to a seminar next month. It's the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar, held in London. It's for 3 days next month, 14th to the 16th of October or something like that. And my initial impression was, I'm going to go. I had a great experience at UPW earlier in the year, and I thoroughly enjoyed the seminar experience. You know, it was great talking to other people, great sharing, stories, sharing insights, and getting to know other people and learn, learn the material. But so I got this email from Success Resources, which is basically the guys that put these events on, and they offered me a free ticket, which immediately I thought, right, I'm going to go to this. It's going to be a great experience again. So my initial reaction was immediately, right, I need to ask a couple of my friends if they want to go with me, because I went to the seminar in to UPW with a couple of friends, and I wanted to go again. And my friends, they for one reason or another, they weren't able to make it. And the reason why I wanted to tell this story is because my immediate reaction, my immediate gut feeling was, well, if they're not going, I'm not going. That was it. It was, well, if they're not going, I'm not going. And I was so aware of what happened inside myself, and and my initial reaction was immediately, well, I'm not going to go then. Why? I would never go there by myself. But I thought to myself, why have I just reacted like that? Why did I immediately get this sense of, I can't go? And it is because myself, my highest human need is love and connection. And I found, like many other people, a part of my personality is I love the interaction. I love to be with other people. And as soon as that is taken away, you going by yourself, immediately your subconscious mind feels like it's under threat. It feels like it's under attack. If you think about, you're so. You prefer to be around people, and then all of a sudden you take those people away, and you're going to have to go through this experience by yourself. Immediately, your mind thinks, no, I'm not going to do that by myself. And you'll most likely find that this happens a lot in your life, and you'll you'll give up opportunities, and you'll just pass on them for that reason. So my thought was, right, I'm not going to go. And because I was aware of what just happened, I thought, right, I want to have a conversation with my coach about it. And what we learn is, by talking it through, is I immediately, because you're the love and connection, the connection of being there with familiar people, and the security, the certainty that I will have being in London with friends, that is the certainty of security being with them. I feel much happier, I feel more confident being with them. And as soon as you take them away, all of a sudden, the two human needs of the connection of being with, a highly interactive group like my friends, and two, the certainty of the security I'll have in a big city like London were immediately under threat. And my survival instinct was, I'm not going. And this is a story that I immediately told myself. And I really had a real powerful chat. It was a good 30-minute chat with the coach yesterday. And we discussed it. We basically went through, and I'm just recapping my notes, and that's why I put the camera on. We went through talking about what this story I'm telling myself. You know, the story that I'll be by myself, and the story that I potentially not know where I'm going in London. The story of being away from my family, being alone in a city, in a hotel, you know, being completely isolated. You know, that's the fear and the story I decided to live inside. And the answer to that was, I'm not going to put myself in that position. But when you start to question your story, the story you tell yourself in these scenarios, because it's a metaphor for life, when something is directly against your human needs, all of a sudden you protect yourself. Your mind will protect yourself. And that's what I did. But once you start to question the story, so the first story I told myself was, I will be lonely. Well, that's not true, because if you think of the story like a tabletop, and the table's got legs, and each of the legs is an element of the story you have built up, and now you're living on that story, and you believe in it, you're living inside it. But once you start to take the legs away, once you start to take the elements of your story away, you soon start to realise that the story just doesn't hold up. Because will I be by myself? Well, no, because the seminar is, you know, several thousand people. I'm not going to be by myself. I like to think that I'm quite a confident guy in terms of I'll be able to speak to people, I'll be able to introduce myself and be interested about what they're there for, why they're, you know, what their story might be. So it's 12-hour days. I'm not going to be lonely at the seminar. So then the story then turns to, you know, the leg's gone. That just doesn't hold up. Then the story turns to, well, what happens if I'm at the hotel room by myself? And once questioned, that didn't hold up either, because when I'm at the hotel, I'll have my laptop. I'll be able to speak to the family. I've got Kylie and the 2 children at home, so I'll be able to catch up with them, see how their day's been. So I'll be on the phone. I'll be on Skype. I'll be catching up on the day's events in terms of the business. I'll have my laptop there. I'll be getting something to eat, and before you know it, then I'll just be wanting to go to bed because it's a 12-hour day seminar. So that leg just doesn't hold up, you know. So I'm not going to be by myself at the seminar because, you know, the fear of being alone. Well, I'm going to be communicating with people. Then I'm not going to be, you know, afraid of being by myself at the hotel because I've got things to do. Then what is it? You know, am I afraid of being lost in London? What if I don't know where I'm going? That just doesn't hold up either, because the reality is I've always thought of myself, you know, I can read maps. I've got my phone, I've got Google Maps, you know, taxis. I've been on the London Underground before, and, you know, I can read the maps, and I know, you know, how to pay and check into hotels, and the hotel is actually on the same road as the seminar. So this story that I told myself immediately was questioned, and it just fell apart. The whole story fell apart. And to sum it up, the quote, you know, divorce the story, marry the truth, that's exactly it. The truth is that I will be fine. I'm going to be going to this seminar. It's going to be the first seminar I'm going to by myself, because I don't want to miss it. It's going to be such a valuable experience to go to the Millionaire Mind Intensive by T. Harv Eker. It's going to be such a great experience. So I just wanted to record that. I wanted to capture this and really remind myself of this, as well as share a valuable insight to somebody else. If your immediate reaction is to cancel something, then what you want to be doing is you want to be thinking about the story that you're living inside and you're telling yourself. because you'll find that the story just doesn't hold up, and you're going to grow so much more when you don't pass on the opportunities. You know, master in uncertainty. Once you've mastered the uncertainty and what you can deal with and what you can cope with, you'll have all the success that you want. So I hope that was worthwhile. If you want to comment, please comment below. Please like the video, and I'm looking forward to going to the seminar and sharing my insights. I hope that was worthwhile, and I'll see you again in the next video. Remember, divorce that story. Cheers.